The civil rights movement is well known for addressing the inadequacies and the shortcomings in the public trust. But there's something more to be addressed, the inner trust. What is the responsibility of us to ourselves? The Honorable Elijah Muhammad, our leader for many years, 4 decades, 40 years, he was the leader of the Nation of Islam. His teacher, Mr. W.F. Muhammad, or Mr. W.D. Farad, he took time and he gave special attention to organizing the structures of the Temple of Islam or the Nation of Islam. And he took special pains to identify the cities and the numbers of the temples in each of those cities, especially the first 5 of them, the first 5. And the first one being Detroit, Michigan. This is temple number 1, the Motor City. And the next being temple number 2 in Chicago, the city that established the tradition of the ministers in the Nation of Islam. Then you had temple number 3 in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And then you had temple number 4 in Washington, D.C., where we are now, where I am now, in the Washington, D.C. area. It is my home. Then you had temple number 5 in Cincinnati, Ohio. Now, we don't have the time now to go through all of the meaning of these temples and the numbers that were given to them, but rest assured that each temple had a number and it had a meaning. The number had a meaning, and the city itself had a lesson in understanding the importance of the progression towards something. So I just want to focus on number 5. And our brother, the Imam from Cincinnati, who introduced me, he's the Imam of Masjid Muhammad in Cincinnati, Ohio. I want to address just very briefly the importance of number 5, temple number 5. Cincinnati. Sin. 2 sins. 2 sins. What are the 2? The sin against the African American people from the outside, from the public trust, and the sin that's committed by them themselves by neglecting the inner trust. And so Mr. Farad knew that the completion would come when we were able to solve both of those problems. Now, it is well known that we were oppressed by this country. It is well known all over this world that we suffered under unjust laws, inequality, crushed ego, lack of opportunity in every measure, in every decade of this nation's history, all the way up to right this present moment. It is well known. And everywhere on this earth right now, it is being registered, pointed out that this great crime against the African American people, the black people of America, what they have suffered from the public institutions. That's well known. What is lesser known is the struggle within our own life to throw off the influence of negativity as to what we should be responsible for as human beings and in a human community. That is lesser known. That's the inner trust. There is a demand on us that will never be satisfied until we address this. And no matter how much and how articulate we cry out to the world that our lives matter, they will not matter until we satisfy this in our own soul. Our lives will not matter. Those who want to erase our importance and the sanctity of our human life, those who want to create enormous, prodigious difficulties for us establishing ourselves, still, God has given us a potential to address whatever difficulty stands before us to bring us to our existence that is pleasing to Him and pleasing to us.